What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of Arise video. So, until the lead up to the DLC coming out, I am gonna make, anytime there's new information that comes out for Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn, I will, of course, cover it. And over the last few days, they've been giving us little updates on the DLC, such as pricing, what's coming in the DLC besides just the story that we're getting and all that kind of stuff. So I figured I'd make a video kind of going over that. So first, let's go over some of the details revolving around the story itself. So as we pretty much saw in the trailer we went over, I mean, we can just read it right here. So, okay, so this is just the normal story. Oh wait, no, okay. No, yeah. So this is just the normal story stuff, but the DLC, let's go ahead and read this. After the battle for the fate of two worlds, which obviously we know takes a place, this DLC takes a place a year after you beat the game, so after you save the world, Alphen and his party meet a young girl named Nazimil, who is the daughter of a Reigning Lord and a Dahnan. Will the Six be able to change the fate of a girl who will eventually fall under the curse of the mask? So, which is kind of interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff behind this. Obviously, what the trailer seems to be alluding to is that she is Volron's daughter. Now, as for who Volron could have had a child with, obviously we have no idea. There have been a lot of, different kinds of theories and stuff, but I honestly believe it's going to be a character we never even met or even was spoken about. I think there is a very good chance that there's just going to be like the mother who's a Dahnan is just not if it's Volron obviously is just not going to be a named character. I think there's a very high chance of that. I think the connection for this character is mostly going to be around Volron. Like they could even have a bit of story where she even says like, "Oh, I never even met my mother. Like this was all just kind of like a planned birth by my father to blah 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 type thing." Um but yeah, so obviously she has blood from the two sides. Um, and very interesting it fall under the curse of the mask. I mean, we obviously see her in the trailer put the mask on, the same kind of mask that Alphen wore that kind of, got rid of his memories when he first went to Donna. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what they kind of do with that. But there is some details to kind of go over in terms of what the DLC is going to have. I don't know if there's anything else down here. No, they just have like the SAO DLC and all that stuff there. Okay, so let's go to Abyssal Chronicles post right here. Just quick information here. Always shout out to them for always covering all this stuff. Nazimil is not playable. That should be a given. You could even... This DLC is very much akin to the Tales of Grace's F storyline. Obviously, Tales of Grace originally came out as its own story, and then it got re-released with the Future arc. If you have played that, you'll know what that's like. I'm expecting something similar in that sort of way. So Nazimil is not going to be playable. She's just going to be a character that kind of runs around with the party and all that kind of stuff. It makes sense. They're not going to make a whole... But the DLC is only going to be like 15, 20 hours, so they're not going to give us a brand new character to try and learn and stuff like that. But, of course, she's going to come to Raise at some point, so we will have her playable in some way, I'm sure. You can play the DLC even if you haven't cleared the main game, but that's kind of weird to me. Like, why would you want to do that? This split takes place after the main game, so you'd be kind of spoiling yourself if you haven't. So basically, it's going to be its own menu on the main screen. You're just going to be able to boot it up. Regardless of your level in Arise, you will start Beyond the Dawn at a set level. So this pretty much tells me, like, you're not going to start at level 100, obviously, if people grind it out all the way to level 100 like I did. So what's most likely going to happen is, like, the DLC is probably going to start at, like, maybe it'll start at, like, level 20 or something, and you play the DLC all the way to like level 50 or 60. I just wonder how that's going to work in terms of like what arts you're going to have unlocked. Obviously your skill tree, what you filled out there, like that kind of stuff. How's that going to work with this? DLC from Beyond the Dawn and the main game can be used in each except certain EX quests. So yeah, so certain quests you do in one thing can't be done in the other. Okay. So very, very cool there. Here is a look at the new Ultimate Edition for the full game and expansion, Tales of Rise Beyond the Dawn Ultimate Edition. This is obviously mainly for people, I mean, unless you want, I don't know why you would want to rebuy the game. This is obviously for people who have not played the game yet, who did not buy it, that are now wanting to play it and then play the DLC. So you can see here, it's mostly all of the old stuff that was in the first Ultimate Edition. The only difference being classic characters, 6 costumes. You can see they finally are giving us our legacy costumes. So as you can see here, Kisara gets Flynn's outfit. Dohalim gets Jade's outfit. Let me, I guess, go by game. Flynn's outfit from Tales of Vesperia. Dohalim gets Jade's outfit from Tales of the Abyss. I was Ludger. Alphen gets Ludger's outfit from Tales of Xillia 2. Xion gets Velvet's outfit from Tales of Berseria. Rinwell gets Rita's outfit. I keep wanting to call it by the character they're dressed as. Gets Rita's outfit from Tales of Vesperia. And then Law gets Jude's outfit from Tales of Xillia. I'm fine with most of these. I think the only two that I'm kind of like iffy on is like Shiona's Velvet just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. You had the perfect opportunity to just give her Lila's outfit because they look very similar. I think that would have been cool, but it's still fine. I think the cool thing about the Velvet outfit is she is going to have a I think they actually have it on one of their posts. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So you can see right here, her gun is just supposed to be like a Lord of Calamity themed rifle. So I do find that really cool. And then Kisara has a sword instead of her, usual weapon, her like mace thing. So that's kind of cool. I just wonder how that's going to work with like all her abilities. I mean, same thing with Dohalim. Dohalim had like a normal pole, but he's obviously going to have Jade's weapon right there. But yeah, so for the most part, I really don't have many issues with these choices. I wish they would have spread out a bit to older games because all of these outfits are from games that released barely 10 years ago. They're mostly all from like the last couple of games, so calling them legacy costumes feels kind of weird, but regardless, still cool. But yeah, so do not buy, if you already own the game and all these are DLC packs, don't buy this because from what I understand, on release of the DLC, you'll be able to buy this pack on its own. It's probably gonna be like $10, $15, I would guess, for these 6 costumes. So I would definitely just wait. Don't rebuy the Ultimate Edition because that's just a waste. You're rebuying stuff that is not gonna give you anything. Obviously this Ultimate Edition is like the new like $100 thing, but they do have a version of the game that's just going to be like the game and the DLC. If you don't want any of this stuff, if you just want the game and DLC, it's going to be $60 USD. And then over here, this is going to be a pre-order bonus. This basically just shows all the different editions, but just pre-ordering the DLC will give you the 2nd anniversary outfits for Alphen and Xion. I really like these costumes. I liked when we first saw them, the anniversary outfits. And then you get some exclusive cooking recipes, it seems, so that's pretty cool there. So yeah. I'm not sure if there's too much else to say. We've obviously got all of that good stuff right there. Right here, we've got special outfits for where is that? Did they post on that? Because there's like special outfits for everybody as well. Yeah, here's the 2nd anniversary artwork. There's like a Japan, I guess if you want to import from Japan. It's a real shame that this is gonna be Japan only, but they have this really like extravagant, like you see all the artwork here you're gonna be able to get and all that stuff, and you get this really special box. So a shame is we're not getting as good of a version. But yeah, I think that's more or less everything to kind of go over here. So yeah, obviously we're going to do a playthrough of the DLC when it comes out. It's said to be, like 20 hours or so. You could probably stretch that out depending on how much you explore, how much there is to explore in this DLC. But yeah, I figure it's going to be in a similar vein to the future arc in Tales of Graces, where, you'll have specific areas you're going to be able to go. I don't think you're going to be able to go, if it's not relevant to the story, you're probably not going to be able to go to other areas. Like, obviously, it's been 2 years. I don't remember the names of everything. But I can't imagine, like, the space station, if the story does not have us going there, then I can't imagine in the actual DLC part that you're going to be able to go up there. But who knows, really. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So look forward to all of that with the Tales of Arise DLC, which is about a month and a half away. And look forward to seeing how the journey concludes. By the way, I do hope that this is the conclusion to the story. I don't want this to be like a thing where, like, a year from now we get another Arise DLC. I hope this is pretty much it. I don't want it being like a Persona 5 situation where they try to, you know, obviously milk it for all it's worth. I know obviously people love that they're milking it for all it's worth, but I also don't want Tales to do that. Like, I want this DLC to come out, and then obviously in like a year and a half we have the 30th anniversary of the series, and I hope we just get a brand new standalone title then. Either that or, you know, whatever they're going to do otherwise. Because it seems like Tomizawa does want to bring... I mean, they say this at least once a year, but obviously did as usual. I want to bring the older titles to modern consoles type thing, so maybe we'll get something with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.